The word nas, has several meanings, but one of its root origins actually comes from nisyan, forgetfulness. Forgetfulness. Nas, one of the reasons human beings are called nas is because they are forgetful. And Al-Farra even went as far as to say it is because they forgot the promise they had made to Allah. You know which promise? أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَا شَهِدْنَا. Am I not your master? Allah said, am I not your Rabb? And we said, yes, of course we testify. But we come to this world and we forget. One of the only powers Allah has given shaitan is the ability to make people forget. And what's the biggest thing people forget? That Allah is their master. I don't mean you forget it for life, you have amnesia, you don't remember it again. But for those 5 minutes when you were acting out your aggression, you forgot. He can make you forget at the right moment. Now listen to this ayah. استحوذ عليهم الشيطان فأنساهم ذكر الله. Shaitan got a hold of them and made them forget the remembrance of Allah. The word nas that's used. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. The master of the people who have a tendency to what? Forget. And when they forget, whose waswasa is it that makes them forget? Shaitan. So we seek protection, not becoming forgetful. Part of the lesson of this surah is, don't be forgetful. We are asking Allah to be people of remembrance and not people of heedlessness. Similarly, Allah reminds us, وَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. When you recite Quran, seek Allah's refuge, because you know what's going to happen? You will forget what you're reciting. Whenever you recite Quran, seek Allah's refuge.
Excuse me, would you like to read?
Sorry, man, sorry.
Yo! Nah, I missed footy today. I went to that store instead. Nah, I weren't missing that discount. That 2 for 1. I ain't missing that. No.
How much was it?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Sorry, man.
They won't. It's a stand for it.
On the authority of Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, part of the perfection of one's Islam is his leaving that which does not concern him.
Close your eyes and imagine this eternal bliss, your every wish at your fingertips, and more. perched on a throne near a stream, so serene and exquisite a scene you've never seen, yet you still dream of more. Gone is pain, gone is fear, gone is grief, gone are tears. Idle speech you shall never hear, and the prophets make up your social sphere, and more. The martyrs righteous and the truthful too, you are from them and they from you. They held tightly to what they knew was true, and to join them you did too. There's more. Maidens chased to restrain their gaze, lost in a glance for days and days. Fun and frolic as a child plays, where the breath that leaves your lips is praise of the one who gave you more. Imagine you and your father with ages the same. Imagine showing off your book with no shame. Imagine nights with the Sahaba, their stories to entertain. Imagine Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam knowing your name. What could be there more? Gardens underneath which rivers flow, a goal so far and yet so close, a journey worth taking for those who know. Tell me, do you not wish to go for more? For all the bounties and all the grace, all the sights and the smells and the tastes will be forgotten without a trace, as if frozen in time and space when you see his face. What an excellent master of a miserable slave. You forgot and he forgave. He gave you guidance and you still strayed. You asked for mercy. That he gave, and more, and more, and more.
How do I focus more in prayer? One of the most important things to keep in mind is that generally, with the advice about increasing our concentration and focus in prayer, we will find different strategies work for different people. However, I personally believe that one of the most powerful ways to increase our focus in prayer is to reflect on the hadith reported by Ibn Majah, in which the Prophet ﷺ said, "Pray the prayer of the one who is bidding farewell," meaning pray as if it is your last prayer. The question is, how do we come to this mindset every single time we are about to pray? Imagine the next prayer you're praying. You believe that at the end of that prayer, you will basically no longer live. You will pass away suddenly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you a long life. But imagine that was the reality in your mind. How would the prayer be then? How long would your sujood be? How long would your recitation be? How much dua would you make and ask for forgiveness, and so on and so forth? So regardless of all of the other circumstances and advices about the meanings of the prayer and so on and so forth, all of which are relevant, pray every prayer as if you really believe it is your last prayer. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our last prayer our best prayer. And Allah knows best.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.